5,
help.
4. What's up, guys? I am Goose. I am joined by Lingboy.
Hello.
We are here casting the Infinity B Team Open. This is a quarterfinal match. This is game 2. Monoxide is up 1 against Ajax. Ajax's username?
I just call him Ajax.
Ajax it is. Let me get the nameplates up for you guys. Production tab. So in the top left corner we have Monoxide, the green Terran, and in the bottom right hand corner we have the teal Protoss Ajax. This is Ohana LE, Ajax's pick against Monoxide since he did lose the first game. It is a best of 3.
Yep. And it looks like it.
I actually don't know what rank these guys are. This is, do you know what rank Ajax is?
I'm pretty sure he's high gold.
Monoxide was gold, I do know that. So both these players are about the gold level then. So you should see some pretty standard play. While we're getting through the boring stuff, I'm going to go ahead and drop the stream. Twitch.tv/INFgaming. You can also follow me at twitch.tv/GooseSC2. I stream my ladder games, the B team tournaments, A team tournaments, anything I play in pretty much, and a lot of our practices, just about anything and everything. You can usually catch me online. If I'm playing, I'm streaming usually. So we got that standard 9 pylon and a scout out of Ajax. Standard wall off going down to the front from Monoxide. Just basic Terran stuff. No gas. Both these scouts are going to pass each other, unbeknownst to them. Got a 14 gateway? Yeah, it's probably about a 13 gateway. Followed by the gas, so very, very standard stuff. Nothing exciting. Probe is going to get inside. I know some Terrans do wall that off right there with their supply depot, but some people just don't care. Not like there's a lot of information in here. He's not hiding like 6 command centers that anybody, you know. Nothing great. It's just some SCVs hard at work. Monoxide's going to go ahead and leave the scout there and looking for pylons. Not sure. Ajax on patrol in the main base, so he might get trapped in here eventually. Looks like we might see a fast CC here. 1 rack CC. This is a little bit more of an aggressive Terran build. This can be punished by early Zealot pressure. Zealot is on the way. This is not the fastest you can get a Zealot out, but it's close. It's pretty standard. The Marine does kill that probe. Gonna go ahead and start that bunker.
Like a ton of pressure on.
No, bunkers take about a minute, almost a minute to create. So it's actually some decent time, but it's going to take this Zealot about 30 seconds to get across the map. That bunker is going to be up with only 1 Marine inside of it. Second one on the way. He hasn't started production of another one. So Ajax does have a lead, but it's because he is going mostly probes. Going to go ahead and start chrono boosting that cyber core. Monoxide is going to be safe from any early pressure, and it doesn't look like Ajax is moving out against it, so not a big deal. Nexus down. 1 gate Nexus expand. That's actually a little bit late on the Nexus. Actually, I should say early, because he did delay the Stalker. It just feels like an odd timing there. Moving out with that second probe. Did lose that first one, so Marine going to grab that watchtower. I think the Zealot is going to run into him. Probe is going to die to those Marines if he's not microed back. So he does scout the bunker, assuming a 1 racks expand. Monoxide is going to follow this up with 2 racks. Might see some 3 racks pressure. Both players keeping their money very low. This is very good for Gold League, although it's pretty standard for people playing. Their early builds are really well timed out. It's the late game that's going to change things for them.
Both players have pretty good macro at this point, except Ajax is supply block number 9. This player is doing a good job.
So that next is going to finish up. A little oversaturated here at the main. Needs to transfer some workers. Does start production immediately. And chrono boost. Very nice. So he is on top of his Nexus finishing. Going to go ahead and go 3 gateways. This is a safe way to open up against Terran because any 2 racks, 3 racks pressure on a 1 base will actually kill your Nexus. And sometimes still can, even with the 3 racks, depending on the amount of pressure that's put on and your force fields. And that's when the micro really comes into play. 2 bunkers at the front of the base for the Terran. Very, very, very safe. Very standard. Just marine production. Actually, no add-ons, which is kind of a macro giveaway. There is a factory, so, and the first tech lab, so we should see, oh, double tech lab, so possible double upgrades at the same time. Twilight Council from Ajax, an interesting choice. A lot of people do go mech, but we should see some blink play out of this, I would be expecting, or possibly some DTs, although he does not have the gas. There's 2 assimilators, so he will have the gas intake if he chooses to go down that tech path.
I don't know if this is just me or what, but I feel like the bunker placement is not the greatest at Monoxide's ramp.
Actually, it's not bad because you're going to have a hard time getting the Zealots to do the damage to the bunker. If a Protoss was to move up into that main gapway, they are going to get punished because all that running to get to the outside bunker or to get up the ramp, they'll be taking shots the entire time. So the bunker placement is not really an issue, especially with the 2. You're still going to have to land force fields, 1, 2, 1, 2, to keep the SCVs out, and there's not a lot of surface area for those Zealots. And those are the units that are doing the damage to the bunkers in all reality.
Alright, I just felt that, I guess in some sort, it's kind of prone to Zergling run-bys, but you know.
Oh yeah, but in PvT, it's not such a big deal. So he is fully saturated on all 4 gas guys on 2 base, and he does go for that Templar tech. Very interesting choice. Only sitting on 3 gateways, so he's teching pretty hard, keeping his money low.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with the macro we have.
Both players sitting back. Ajax feeling pretty safe because he does have this watchtower, although this is about that timing where, there they are, medevacs are about to pop. So in about a minute, he could see a decent move out, and it's going to be hard to defend drops or elevator play with just these sentries and zealots. He does have 1 Archon on the field, but he's not going to be able to break the front with just this small of an army, though. He's going to need a lot of warp-ins and a lot of units. Warping in more High Templar.
I feel like he needs more Stalkers.
You want to stay away from Stalkers. They're very expensive units. For those of you who are warping in Stalkers for defense, that's what the Terran wants you to do. You're going to waste 125 minerals and 50 gas every time on 1 unit. It looks like he's kind of wanting to go Zealot Archon. It's a very cheap, very cost-efficient build, but we do have a drop moving out towards the main base, and it is not going to get scouted. He doesn't see this with the watchtower. He's got a lot of gateways back here, a lot of tech. If he's probably going to snipe these pylons, move right in, take out the mineral line. He's actually just going to go straight for the mineral line. Still not spotted. Okay, he does react. Is pulling probes. This is going to delay mining a huge amount. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take out this Templar tech, but he's going for the main base. Need to see some good force fields. Those are not the force fields that he wants. The Zealots don't have any surface area to do any damage. It's all sentries. The Archon's stuck in the back, and the medevacs are going to be able to pick up. He needs to pick those off, and he does get 1 full medevac. That's huge in the second, so this was very cost inefficient for the Terran player, as this does get cleaned up. The damage to the non-mining and the fact that he didn't kill very many probes right there actually hurt the Terran more than anything. You need to be able to control his drops and make them hurt. It looks like Ajax does have a Stalker here that may be stuck. Should be able to squeeze out there. That was actually a very efficient trade for the Protoss, an unfortunate encounter for the Terran, because that hurts, because he's going to have to continue medevac production. And this is that point where you're going to want to be bringing in Colossus, but he is kind of skewed toward that Templar tech, but still, it's going to do great against these small numbers. Terran does really cost-efficient engagements in the medium to large, or small to medium numbers for Marine, Marauder, medevac. That good old MMM ball that you all remember from back in the day. But unfortunately, having to reproduce these medevacs hurts his Marine Marauder count, and Zealot Archon and eventually Chargelot Archon is very strong against these compositions in the same numbers, small to medium, very mobile, very good. He does have Storm done, so he's looking to save up some energy on those High Templar. He's going to be able to feed back these medevacs for a lot of damage. Some of these have quite a bit of energy stored up. Possibly almost killed him. He should be able to shut this down pretty easily. What he needs to do with this engagement, if it does come, is kill all these units and do all that much more damage. Monoxide's gonna push up, taking out those destructible rocks. Ajax does have vision of this with his pylons, so it's a matter of probably force fielding here and here. Dropping one nice storm, see if he has the control for it. So he does get behind him. Two very good storms. Zealots get to the front. He's going to be able to clean this up. Needs to feed back these medevacs or kill them. Focusing him down. Very smart. Cleans everything up. That was very efficient for our Protoss, but he is way ahead. He can easily drop an expansion or push back. Warps in a ton of Zealots. Needs to move out. That really hurts a Terran player. If you can get a Terran player to be continuously making medevacs to try and keep up with his army, you're going to hurt his actual army size, and these Zealots will rip through all those Marines and Marauders.
And for one thing, the Protoss is ahead on upgrades, and another thing, I really like the way they've been macroing. They haven't let their money slip up much at all, above 600 minerals.
Our Terran's floating quite a bit of gas. This isn't particularly useful to him. He's kind of cut back on miners. I'm not sure if he did that intentionally or accidentally. Needs to pick up those upgrades. That's where he's going to spend most of his gas. Still sitting at about 1,000. Our Protoss buddy either needs to go in and do some damage, although I prefer a faster third. I feel much more comfortable with that. Our Terran has got his third, and his planetary is just finishing up. Economically, the Protoss is ahead, and he needs to take another base.
Yeah, if Protoss doesn't move out and do some really good damage, the Terran can actually catch back up if he keeps his third.
Looks like he's doing just that. He's got a nice little string of pylons along what I hope is his retreat path. He is going to give this away because this Marine does have this watchtower. There's nothing here that can stop this army. This is such an army. Quite a few Zealots. Going to be able to rip through all this. A couple good force fields. Guardian Shield to open up. Two very nice storms. This is beautiful. Very well played. Needs to pick off those medevacs, hurt him even more. One good force field. Not the best. Gonna pick off some free Marines there. Going for the main base. Another nice storms. Gotta love that. Gonna go right up into the main base like he owns the place. He can even force field right here on the back end. He's got so many units. This can be so overwhelming. Needs to get those Templars back into position. Get a couple storms off on the mineral line would be great. Stalker's doing damage. A nice warp in. Upgrades finishing up. Got a couple more medevacs up there. Another good storm. Not really necessary, honestly, but needs to feed back those medevacs or kill them, snipe them, focus them down. I like this. This is smart to ignore the third because it is a planetary. He's doing tons of damage to the production facilities that were here. Another couple of Guardian Shields, got a ton of energy because he got those sentries very early. His goal is going to be to break the front here, walk into the main, get all the tech. Very nice storms, very responsible about his storms. Needs to make some Archons, he's low on energy. Good game from Monoxide, well played.